Hi guys, me Pokemon Hell Show Fantasy. I'm doing no Depot prediction. Today's Depot prediction will be Ash Ketchum from Pokemon vs Yugi Muto from Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm really hyped for this matchup. I love it a lot. It's my sixth most wanted matchup, technically. I have included it in my most wanted lists because it got announced like a year ago. So, I'm not gonna have an announced matchup in my most wanted because I know it's gonna happen. And yeah, I've been working on a blog for this matchup with a few other people on Reddit and Discord, so that's gonna come out eventually. And this is just my opinions on who should win in the fight. I do believe it's not a stomp like some people believe it is. So yeah, let's get into. I guess Dante vs. Clive. I can quickly sum that up. Good fight. I was wrong. Just like Blade vs. Buffy. Weirdly, both were similar because my third character lost against someone, but I barely knew. I knew of them, but I didn't know them that well, so I still my preferred character won. They would agree upon winner until G1 block came out, where the G1 block had the other character win, and then that character ended up winning the episode. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's get into this debate, because it is a lot. First, tertiary factors. Both are around equal in terms of skill and combat, as both have fought opponents like much more experienced and skilled than them. Both are extremely skilled in their respective professions. Ash being the champion of Pokemon, and Yugi being the king of games. So they're about equal in skill. Yugi's overall smarter, as Ash can be an idiot sometimes, and Yugi does strategize more than Ash, or Ash can be incredibly creative, and that is an advantage he has. He does use raw power most of the time. However, Ash is better in fast-paced combat as he's more used to like rapid attacks and dodging, while Yugi isn't as good as that, as he's usually just planning out and strategizing during a fight, during a duel. And while Yugi has done fast-paced combat before, he hasn't done it as much as Ash has. So Ash takes that advantage. Overall, tertiary factors go to Yugi because of his superior intelligence and superior strategizing and attempts overall better experience that Yugi would have as well. So yeah, let's get into the speed. Both have around immeasurable speeds, with the massively fast and light speed feats slightly going to Ash, but let's say more consistently going to Ash. I would say slightly, as Ash does have a solid enough speed advantage with the measurable feats, but with the measurable stuff, they're equal because, both are measurable. However, Ash's better fast-paced combat advantage does give him the speed advantage overall, as measurable stuff he takes, measurable stuff time. Ash is overall better in fast-paced combat, and this is going to be a fast-paced fight. I doubt they're going to do a turn-based fight, as Ash has never done that, while Yugi has done fast-paced combat before. So they do fast-paced combat, where Ash would likely win. At least, you wouldn't. No, he'd have the advantage in fast-paced combat because he's more used to it, and that would allow him to have the consistent speed advantage along with his better measurable speed feats. So both of the measurable stuff come from like Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters being able to time travel, moving so fast, and Ash is able to react to Dialga's War of Time, which should move at immeasurable speeds, and being able to match Pokemon, having Pokemon that can match Pokemon that can fight Necrozma, and Necrozma being able to eat all light in Ultra Space, and being able to bite up all of Ultra Space, and Ultra Space is an infinitely sized dimension, which also give him like infinite immeasurable stuff. So they're technically equal in speed, but I'm going to give the slight edge to Ash. Over strength, they're also about equal in this, with both having like several stat multipliers. Same with speed, but Ash also has that stat multiplier. Anyway, yeah, both have several stat multipliers and ways to just boost their strength, and they're both around universal to multiversal. There are some arguments for like 12D Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't buy them because the dimensions are universes, not like dimensional planes. So yeah, I have seen some complex multi-Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, and while I don't fully buy them, I don't have any like strong arguments against them. So Yugi probably has If you buy them, Yugi has a strength advantage. If you don't, they're about tied. For the sake of this, I don't really buy them because they're just... I find them a lot more inconsistent, and there's just like kind of going. I haven't seen like much arguments for it scaling to their strength. So yeah, I'm not as versed into that part of the Yu-Gi-Oh scaling, but yeah. Anyway, about equal in strength. Yugi might take it, but I'm gonna give it a tie. So, Ash is slightly faster. Yugi has better strength high end. So like, they're about equal to Ash having slight speed advantage and Yugi having a strength advantage. Now let's get into the main thing, the abilities. Both have a lot of ways of ending the fight. Ash being able to have Gengar or Pikachu remove a Tem. Pikachu is able to remove an evil spirit from Ash, and Gengar is a evolved version of Haunter, and Haunters in early episodes of anime can remove Ash's soul, which would allow him to, remove a Tem from Yugi, or just remove Yugi's soul entirely. There's also Ash having several Pokemon with Whirlwind, which could just remove several of Yugi's monsters from the field, and Ash's 30 Toes, All-Knowing Fisher, which could just one-shot any of Yugi's mons. There's also, Ash's Aura allows him to predict, it gives him minor precognition as he can predict attacks and sense locations of hidden enemies. Is there any more? G-Max Volt Crash allows Pikachu to paralyze all of Yugi's monsters, which can give Ash a massive speed advantage. At least, it makes him consistently faster, even more, and allows him to, prevent them from attacking as well. There's also Sniper using Attract, but I don't really... It would work on some of Yugi's monsters. It's just a bit weird, Yugi, on the other hand, has Swords of Revealing Light, which can allow him to just negate being attacked for several turns. Several cards that can just wipe Ash's entire team, and he has one card called Clock Card, I think that's the name of it, which allows him to rewrite time. From what I've heard, it should allow Yugi to just rewrite the beginning of the fight and the end of the fight. However, from what I've heard from someone else, it just allows him to revive his monsters. So I'm not 100% sure if he's able to do that. He might be able to, based off a card's description, which says it allows him to manipulate the time of the field, past, present, and future. However, I don't think Yugi has ever done that before, so I'm not sure if that's valuable as a win con. So, Ash also has Destroying the Millennium Puzzle, as the puzzle allows Yugi to keep up the Shadow Game and allow him to summon all of his monsters, and if it gets destroyed, the monsters disappear and Yugi's defenseless. I have heard some people say Shadow Game rules or Mind Crush, but Mind Crush only works on evil people, and Shadow Game rules, I doubt they'd have the Shadow Game be rigged, because then Yugi can just force himself to win. So yeah, and the only way to do this fight properly is with a Shadow Game. So yeah. Ash has more unique ways of ending the fight, however Yugi's several monsters that can just wipe Ash's entire team, and having several cards that can just end the fight instantly, while these do rely on his mons being way stronger than his opponent, and I do believe Ash and Yugi are about equal in terms of strength, with Yugi technically taking higher ends. However, they do still count as instant wins, so Death Battle might take them as instant win abilities. It's debatable. Either way, Yugi still has a lot of team clear wipes, so overall, I'd say instant wins go to Yugi, as he actually has ways to instantly end the fight a lot quicker, while Ashes rely on removing Yugi's soul, paralyzing all of his mons, removing some of his mons from the battlefield, just deleting them with Fisher, or destroying the puzzle to despawn all of them. All of them could work, however, like Geki, Mirror Force, other cards can just wipe all of Ash's Pokemon from the board, while Ash could potentially recall them. There is a chance he might just lose a lot of his mons, and he doesn't recall Pikachu ever, so yeah. Overall, Yugi takes abilities. He also has a lot more cards than Ash has Pokemon, so there's that. So who wins? It is very close. Yugi's overall smarter, more strategic. Ash is better in fast-paced combat. Ash has better measurable, and Yugi has better high-end for strength. They're about equal in terms, consistently they're equal in terms of strength and speed, but it's debatable. So, yeah. And then Yugi has better ways of ending the fight. However, Ash's ways of ending the fight can be possible because he's faster and can paralyze a lot of Yugi's mons and remove him from the battlefield. So it's close. This one's tough. Because if you buy Yugi getting to low complex multiversal, he should just AP stomp enough for Ash to be unable to match him at all. However, if you don't buy low complex multiversal Yugi, Ash, they're about equal in speed, Ash taking a slight advantage if he does have one. And with that, Ash should be able to pull his win cons more consistently, but it's, again, debatable. This one's tough. I believe Yugi should win two main things. One, he's smaller than Ash. Ash's main strategy is to just go in and beat up his opponent immediately with his own speed and strength. And that could help with Millennium Puzzle and getting all shadow abilities, and ability to cause misfortune could mess with all of the cards. Gengo does have a lot of stuff that can screw with Yugi. There is a possibility you could argue 5 types could burn the cards, but I'm pretty sure Yugi can still summon the monsters if the cards get destroyed. Not sure though. Anyways, Yugi has a lot more cards that can just end the fight than Ash has Pokemon that can end the fight, and his ways of ending the fight end the fight faster than Ash's ways of ending the fight. And because Yugi is smarter, Ash relies on bum rushing his opponent. Ash wouldn't think to have Gengo remove attempt for Yugi, and he wouldn't use Whirlwind or Fisher like that most of the time. So more times than not, Ash wouldn't use his win cons compared to Yugi, who uses his win cons more often than Ash does. And Yugi's superior intelligence would mean he would set up a strategy to beat Ash before Ash would do the same to Yugi. And because Yugi's win cons are more consistent and better, and Ash's win cons rely on startup time and him figuring it out and getting ready into position for it, I have to give the win to Yugi. It's very close. They're about equal in stats, with slight edges going to either depending on your interpretations, or not you want to use a measurable feats, or whether or not you buy low complex. Well, to Yugi. Either way, this is very close. We're both having arguments for either. However, Yugi's superior intelligence and his ability and easier ways of ending the fight gives him the win to me. So yeah. As much as I love Ash, as much as I want him to win the episode, I believe the winner should be Yugi Muto from Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm really hyped for this matchup. I'm probably gonna have it as my new favorite episode if it's good. This is my favorite matchup that's appeared on the show. Second closest are Dio vs. Alucard and Joker vs. Giorno. So yeah, I hope it's so good. It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna love it a lot. I know I will. I'm so hyped for this episode. Ash is my childhood hero. Don't really care for Yugi, but he is Ash's best matchup by a decent amount. And I am somewhat invested in Yu-Gi-Oh! So, yeah. Sad Ash loses, but hey. At least it's debatable. He might win if they buy him being strong and faster. So yeah, the winner is Yugi Muto. Peace guys, remember, keep on playing, laters.